Welcome to day 13 of 28 days of yoga. Meet me in Sukhasana to start our practice. Bring your palms facing up on your knees. Close your eyes. Lift your shoulders up, pull them back, and drop them down. Grounding towards the earth from the base of your spine, your root chakra, and reaching up towards the sky with the crown of your head through your crown chakra. Now flip your hands so you're grabbing your knees, and we're going to take some circles on our spine. So just pushing your body forward, kind of like in cat-cow. So do a little cow, then go all the way to the one side, round down like you're in a cat pose, and push to the other side. Just intuitively moving in a way that feels good for your body. You can pause in any place if that feels good. Just getting all those cracks and creaks out. We're going one way, and then we're gonna switch and go the other way. And coming back to center. Inhaling your arms up, reaching up to the sky. And then bring your right hand to the ground, reaching your left arm up and over, stretching out your side body. And then reach up to the sky and come down on the other side. And reach up to the sky. And bring your hands down. Taking a few breaths here. And then we're going to come into table pose. So bring your wrists underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, and your spine is nice and long. Taking some cat-cow. So inhale, look up, arch your back, and exhale, round your back and bring your chin into your chest. And just keep doing your cat-cows in time with your own breath. Keep going. And then meet me back in table. Keeping your body nice and aligned. Press all your weight into your left hand. And then inhale your right arm all the way up. Reach to the sky, opening up, keeping your hips in line. And then thread it through. So bringing your right shoulder down to the ground. You can stay here if you want, or take your left hand and loop it around, grabbing your right thigh on the other side, or just letting your hand fall wherever it falls over there, opening up your shoulders. And you can stay here, or if you want to go a bit deeper, straighten your left leg. You want to keep your weight in your shoulder and on your leg that's touching the ground. You do not want to have your weight resting in your head. So press down, grounding down with that right shoulder, that right knee, and that right shin and the top of your right foot. And also your right hand on the ground over here. And then slowly come out of it. Inhaling that right arm all the way back to the sky, reaching up before setting it back down into table again. Take a few deep breaths here. And then reach your left arm up to the sky and thread it through. Be sure that your hips stay in alignment so they're right next to each other. You don't want one to pop up. You can stay here, or take your right hand and bring it over to your left leg, your left thigh. And you can stay here or straighten that right leg. Remember to be grounding into the earth with your shoulder, with your leg, with your feet, and your hand. Keeping the weight off of your head and your neck. You don't want to be pressing down with your head and your neck. And then slowly come out of it, bringing that left arm all the way up towards the sky before placing it down. Now you can bring your hands about a handprint in front of where they are now and come up into downward facing dog. Bend your knees, bring your stomach to your thighs, and then straighten your legs. Ground down into the earth with all 10 of your fingers pressing up and back. You bicycle your legs here. Inhale, lift your right leg up, and then step it in between your hands. Keeping your knee above your ankle, line up your back ankle with your front ankle, pointing your back toes diagonally towards the left side of your mat, and standing up into warrior one. And bring your arms down. Step back into plank, taking a vinyasa. Bend your arms into chaturanga, coming up into upward facing dog or cobra, and then pressing back into downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up, and then step it in between your hands, lining up your front heel and your back heel, taking your back leg, your back foot diagonally towards the right side of your mat, and standing up into warrior one. And then bring your hands down, taking a vinyasa or meeting me right in downward facing dog. Up to you. It's your practice, your body. Coming to downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up. Step it in between your hands. This time we're going to line up our front ankle with the arch of that back foot, so your back toes are pointing towards the side of your mat, coming up into warrior two. Reverse your warrior and come back to warrior two. Interlace your hands behind you, open up your chest, and fold forward, coming into humble warrior. Make sure to keep weight in that back foot, so try to press evenly into all four corners of both of your feet. And then come back into warrior two. Inhale your arms up to the sky while you straighten your front leg. Turn that foot so it's parallel to your back foot. And then we're going to turn our back foot so that front heel is in line with the back arch of this foot. And we're going to take warrior two on this side. Reverse your warrior. Come back to warrior two. Make sure that your knee is above your ankle. And again, you're pressing weight into this back foot. Interlace your fingers behind you, trying to do the opposite pinky on top if you remember. Open up your chest and fold forward into humble warrior. Come back to warrior two. Inhale your arms up as you straighten that leg, turning both your feet slightly in towards each other, so your toes are slightly facing each other. Come halfway down. Bring your hands to your thighs and straighten out your spine, making a nice long line from the base of your spine to the crown of your head, having a slight bend in your knees here, and then fold all the way forward. Inhale, look up and get some length, and then stand all the way up. Touching your hands together, lean to the right, and then lean to the left. And then reach to the sky and fold all the way down. Place your left hand in the center, so a little bit in front of where your feet are, but in the middle, if you get what I'm saying. Not like, just bring your palm in the middle. So it's like in the center of in between your legs, but a bit in front. So you can open up your right hand, reach to the sky. You can stay here if you want to. Make sure that your hips are in line, so you don't want one hip popping up. Keep them where they just were in your wide-legged forward fold. So opening up your shoulders. You can stay here or take your left hand and bring it anywhere towards your right ankle, making the stretch a bit deeper. Keep a slight bend in your knees. Then you come into a forward fold. And put your right hand just where your left hand was. And open up from your left arm up to the sky, reaching. You can stay here if you want to, or take your right hand and bring it towards your left ankle, making the stretch a bit deeper. And when you're ready, fold forward. You put both your hands on the ground. So if you have to bend your knees, that's totally okay. You can do that now. And then heel toe your feet in a bit. Make sure your knees are tracking in the same direction as your toes, and sit back into Malasana so your butt is staying hovering off the ground. Your knees are bent. Deep squat Malasana. Sit up nice and tall. Take your right arm, wrap it around. I'll turn a bit so you can see what I'm talking about. You don't have to turn. I just want to show you. So wrap your right arm around your right leg. Take your left arm and try to clasp your hands behind you. If you can't reach, you can grab onto your shirt, or you can take a yoga strap or a belt or a tie, any kind of rope that you have. Just something to help you hold your hands, even like a shirt or anything you have, a sock, if you need to bridge the gap. So if you're holding on to something, you get what I'm saying. Instead of nice and tall, opening your chest, and then come back to center and take the bind on your left leg. So wrapping your left arm around your left leg, bring your right arm behind you, clasping your hands or a strap, opening up your chest. Come back to Malasana. You sit down on your bum. Take your legs out wide. Inhale, get some length in your spine, sit up nice and tall, and then exhale, fold forward. Come back up. We're gonna meet each other lying on, no, before that, we're going to take a child's pose. Sorry. Come into child's pose. So you're sitting on your legs, reaching forward in child's pose. Your knees are bent, your chest is on top of your knees, hands reaching out in front of you. Close your eyes, relax into child's pose. Stay here. If you want to take a sip of water, go ahead. If you're thirsty and need a break or water, anytime during your practice, pause the video, get yourself some water. Or just stay in child's pose. All right, we're in child's pose, reaching our arms towards the front of our mat. I want you to shift your hips a bit to the right and take your arms and reach diagonally to the left side. Getting a nice stretch in your side. Breathing into it. Come back to center. And then take your hips a bit to the left and your arms towards the right. Taking that same stretch on the opposite side. Come back to center. Come off of your, like, sit up a bit. Just take a look at me. Sorry, I don't know how to describe that. We're gonna come out of child's pose. So now your knees are below your hips. And we're going to reach forward into puppy pose. So your knees are below your hips, your arms are straight out in front of you, reaching. Your toes are pointed behind you. You can either rest your forehead on the ground, or if you want to get a bit deeper, look up and rest your chin on the ground. And then slide back into child's pose just for a second. And then make your way onto your back. Hugging your legs in, give yourself a big hug. And we're going to drop our legs off to the right, looking over our left, taking a little twist. And drop your legs off to the left, looking over the right. Come back to center. Give yourself another hug. Tell yourself that you love yourself. I love you. I really do. And I hope you can truly love and appreciate yourself for the beauty and special uniqueness that is you. We are all connected. We are all one, but you are special. No one and nothing is quite like you, and you have so much to offer, so much love to give. There's so much love out there for you, and I love you. Give yourself a hug and tell yourself out loud, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love me. If you want to take any more poses, make any movements, do anything at all, now is your chance before totally relaxing and meeting me into the most important pose of your entire practice, Shavasana. So completely relax every bit of your body. You can do a little scan down your body. Make sure you're not holding on anywhere. Just release, surrender, let go of any tension. Clear your mind. Let go of any controlled breathing. Just be. Start making little movements in your fingers and in your toes. Maybe you're rolling out your wrists and your ankles. Slowly reaching your arms up and overhead, giving your body a nice big stretch. And then rolling off onto your right side. Or if you're pregnant, you want to roll off onto your left side. And take your time, my love, before meeting me back in Sukhasana. Bring your hands together at heart center. Remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to the universe, and be kind to all life everywhere. Namaste. Well, that was day 13. Day 13, you're almost halfway through. Tomorrow is the halfway point. Look at you, you're doing great. I'm so proud of you. Thanks for practicing, and yeah, I will see you tomorrow.